Hello Ugandans, hello everyone. Bring you greetings. Today marks 26th of January 2025, and in this year everyone makes a personal resolution, and I believe you're there working on it to make sure by the year ends to achieve it. I want to congratulate my fellow combatants, my fellow scholars, those who have finished their primary leaving exams. No manner of you have succeeded. These exams are yet to be out, as in results and USCE still. I want to congratulate the gallant Macalarians, those who have graduated. Welcome to the board. I believe in this year, new plans, new visions, new goals, new identities, and new focuses. A few years way back, that's when I qualified medical personality or medical personnel, hence choosing my profession. There are messages that you would wish to share that would help in the growth and development of we as youth and we as individuals. Some of the keynotes to note is that as you take education, you choose career. And as far as I'm standing where I'm seated, it's because maybe of the career or of the profession I chose, or that I meant to purpose onto achieving. One, career or profession is not a guaranteed success. That's a hard truth. In the other times of Mandela and other people who succeeded, they used to tell us that education is the key to success. True and false. Nowadays we have a lot of qualified, unemployed, educated Ugandans on the street. Need to counting to be one of those. Nowadays, education just opens your eyes to see the future of yourself in the world. Some of those who've qualified before us have turned, or they have changed the key locks. They have shifted some doors, and they have made padlocks to be shifted into an intensely environment. Some of those scholars have lived into a vicious circle of poverty. It's not shocking that some of the young ones have been demotivated by education. Government and private workplaces seem implicitly exclusive of the young, humble, and qualified Ugandans. Nowadays, the ground is no longer leveled. Sometimes it's who knows you, where do you come from, that matters. No matter the CGPAs that you've accumulated, in less than 5% of the qualified ones are the ones that narrowly are merit employed best. You know the country we are in. I apologize to those who have taught me. I apologize to those who have guided me to implicit or to put in the values of patriotism, the values of integrity, honesty, anti-corruption, and the patronage. True, I've lived and encircled those values into my heart to please. And my heart has lived to serve. I managed to be among those few ones who have lived to in some way benefit from the government skills or the government programs. I coming from a poor background or the humble one, I've started from the UPE school. Those who know me can tell. From the UPE school, and I qualified in my health college. Started on some of your money, even though we are impeccably paying large sums of money. But qualifying as a health worker, I made a choice to pay back to my community. I qualified in December 2023. Up to date, I've been serving the government. I made a purpose to volunteer and serve the country. Not to serve the government, but to serve the country. Nevertheless, it is the government that you always ask when there is need. To mean volunteering without no transport refund, without no lunch allowance. I've spent 1 year and 1 month as of now serving my country, which is unregrettable. I don't regret such acts. In such a kind of act of serving, it takes those who have the country at heart. Through that, I've seen and I've witnessed a lot of things happening to my life. I've seen those who preach water and drink wine. I've seen those who preach the value of our country, but cracking down the healthcare system. This is a message to you who claim to be spokespersonel or those who act on behalf of the government. I have seen, I have received, I have acted irreversibly of those who have sent you to serve. I don't regret that statement. Some of the things that we talk about in a day-to-day activity, in a day-to-day messages, you've done contrary. I've been one of the few privileged ones to practice in one of the government's best referral hospitals in the country. I've served and I've worked and I've served the lives of big government officials, moderate ones, average ones, and the poor ones, those in need. And is up to date what makes me every now and again wake up to focus into how the life of a citizen. I thank my fellow people in different facets of the government, those interns in the health sector, those nurses, those midwives delivering mothers. One day, God shall bless you, and indeed He will bless you. As in my new visions or my new dreams, as we mark the 39th liberation, silently there is a block that you've added on your life. Myself in the act of health sector, in the act of leadership, silently, and I've added my country, even if it is a silent pin of effort. I've done that. It is onto this matter myself I offer from wherever I am. I'm in my country. My country is the best where I can be. Up to date, I still serve you, and I will serve to the best of my ability. I miss to do so, even as I'm here recording to these lessons on this very day, and I live to it. Serving in one of the specialized units, those whose lives have been saved from there, I thank God. And on my own behalf, and on behalf of the fellow health workers, if you've lost a life, in a manner that is unpleasing, we take apology. Healthcare is seen to be meaningless to those who are still healthy, or to those who think that none of their relatives is sick. But it is a vital for a living when you or your loved one needs so. I stand to mobilize fellow people and to inform you, also inform my fellow youth. You need to stand and find a solution. If it's to the ill health, do so. If it's to any kind of injustice, do so. We learned this from our predecessors who stood and fought for what was not right. To the thousands of unemployed youth, we recently had over 20,000 something students graduate. Finding on street fellow thousands, hundreds of thousands who are unemployed. It's hard to stomach, but our level of development, some take it as a normal. I've served my country and I'll still serve. I've served my country without pay. I've served my government without pay. No thank you to the poor clients who have said thank you. It's worth 1,000 of my smiles. This is a message to my fellow youth, to whoever who believes in having the best of our country. It is me and you to have the best of what we want to have. That's why my account is called the Wellness Clinic. You need to wake up having the best smile, but the best smile comes at a cost. And the cost is between me and you. We have to stand and look further than what we are seeing. Not to threaten those who think that they have authority over what is on now, but to look for our own solution, to look for our own values. Those who preach water and drink wine are the ones that implicitly give us inverted values. They define humanity, they define integrity, they define justice, they define health, they define all forms of work, but inversely do the reverse. I know my making of a human being up to date, it has been a communal and one of the best things that many people have contributed to. It's high time we became what we ought to do. It's us who will bear the consequence when we don't act. It's no longer a dream to be a doctor. It's no longer a dream to be a nurse, to be a midwife, to be an engineer, as it seems. When we see some of them scramble and cram on the streets, myself being part of them, I stand to define myself and you to be the solution. It's not what we want to listen to, and it's not what we want to hear from those who we think that they say, but that's the reality. Some are impoverishingly losing their dreams. With the high cost of education, with no help. This, I love it from it's called He was once our area member of parliament, General Kaindo Tafile. I trust that once we have leaders who can speak the truth in a plain, we have the better country. In 39 years of celebration, we should not be celebrating some of the things that we don't know about. Celebrating the things that we have today and what we're focusing on. What are the solutions that we are making for the problems we have today? I'm not sounding to be a political personnel, but I'm a health care staff. I know what it means losing patients on the hands of insufficiency of medical equipment, of insufficiency of some of the health minor or OTC over-the-counter drugs. Some of the vital expressions, the best expressions are when anything concerning health is at the forefront. This is the new year and our ambitions. Myself, I'll be there to create the new era of the new Uganda. Not of any public, not of any political office, not of anything, but standing to be the solution for the 1 year and the last month have stood to be the solution. I volunteered myself in where there was a gap. I've left the other side of the financial gains, but to serve my country, because I have Uganda at heart. Even to those who you serve, the seniors, or to those who we think they would be fighting on our behalf, they have not. These are the series of education that we need to know as a youth, as you grow. That's the hard truth. You spend your taxes. If it's to work in the government or to find the new era of liberation, if it's to act on an individual basis, I'll put on my clinical coat. I'll put on my medical crown and fight for the clinical roles and fight and seek justice and create a new era. I'll front my own values, the values that are unchangeable, the values that everyone needs. I know you'll look for me, you'll get me, I'm there. You'll find me, I'm not anyone shaking, but we need to be better. We need to have the visionary leadership that takes care of the youth and their own solution to the problems at hand. You and I seek justice. You and I seek health. I live to serve my country. But this is a new era to start a liberation against our country. We meet there in the battle line. It's not a battle of violence, but a battle of ideologies to create the solution. I know you may be watching this and you fumed, but those who are serving the best shall always have a recognition. We can't have a country that does not have or that lives under a baseline requirement for the health sector. When you're splashing, you resist irresponsible financial inclusiveness to some other improper and unjustifiable sectors. come in peace. But that peace is definable by justice. Fellow youth, you know you're working, you're studying, but get to know the values you want. Get to know what you're studying for. To that blessing, I love Uganda. Wherever I'm seated on, I'm here in my country. Blessings.